Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. It is October 11th. Xur has arrived in the tower. Actually, he's over in the hangar, so once you load in, run over to the hangar, and he's way back here in the back. So, hope you guys are enjoying the week. Thank you guys for all the support recently. Less than 1,000 subs away from 40k, so thank you guys. That is freaking amazing. But here he is, chilling back here in the back. Let's see what he's got going on.
These are from the Nine.
Alright, so we've got our Faded Engram. Again, that will be at your power level, so just keep that in mind. And should be holding anything from year 2 and year 1, except quests. So things like The Last Word, Thorn, that stuff's not in there, but anything that could be dropping from the world. So things like Thunderlord, Arbalist, you've got Wave Splitter, all this stuff from Forsaken is in there, and the year 1 exotics as well, including Season of Opulence armor. So everything through just up to Shadowkeep launching. Got a lot of options in case you're missing any of those. Pick that up and keep completing your collection. I'm still missing Peregrine Greaves, so hopefully I can get that one. Let's take a look at the exotics, though. So we've got our Jade Rabbit Scout Rifle. If you guys don't have this one yet, it is a pretty good scout rifle. Definitely one in the world of scouts that at least is going to do you some reasonable good. Perk here is Chained Body Shots to gain bonus damage on your next precision shot and return ammo to the magazine. So if you chain a couple body shots and then put one to the head, you'll refill the magazine, be able to keep firing, and it actually hits pretty hard in PvP too. So this one kind of basically 3 taps in PvP, got a good long range to it as you can tell on the stats. It's overall a pretty good kind of workhorse weapon again, kind of one of those in the world of scouts as an exotic. It's not bad. I kind of wish some of the exotics could take mods because say like a hand cannon like Crimson, I can't go put Unstoppable on it, but I guess that's kind of how some of that's going to go. It's got polygonal rifling for stability, armor-piercing rounds, which is always a good thing, and Zen Moment, so of course doing damage causes increased stability. So all in all, just a good workhorse weapon. Collect this one if you don't have it yet. For our hunters, we've got the Mechaneer's Tricksleeves, and this one is going to be a solar roll this week. Stat rolls are probably not going to be very high coming from Xur. You can get it to your collection in case you're missing it, you want to mess around with it, or if you just really desperately need a build that has like an energy roll, for example. But generally, the stat rolls are not going to be as high as they will be from world drops, so just keep that in mind. But Mechaneer's Tricksleeves increase sidearm ready and reload speed. While you're critically wounded, swapping to a sidearm increases its damage. So this is a very sidearm focused thing for the hunters. Probably not going to be loved by a ton per se because sidearms are just really not in the best spot. So honestly, if you don't get this one, you're not really missing much. Maybe it'll get buffed later. So it's one of those I always tend to try and complete my collections, have all of them possible, because sometimes if they go back and look over exotics, they may buff this up to do a lot more. Maybe, maybe not, but you never know. If you've got the shards to buy them, I would still probably add it to your collection, but I might just stick it in the vault and leave it there. For Warlocks, we've got the Stag, so very specific design here on the helm. Pretty cool. This one has a Void roll on it. Again, also 14 total points on this one. Recovering Intellect, our favorite a little bit on this. So, the Stag grants Rift Energy when you are critically wounded, and on your death creates a healing rift on your corpse. Now, this is kind of one of those tough things. Grants Rift Energy when you're critically wounded. That one may come up more often, especially if you're running a Rift build. That one can have some benefit to it. On your death, creates a healing rift on your corpse. Basically, if you're running in a team and you die, it's going to put a rift on your corpse, so healing you is going to be, or rezzing you is going to be an easier thing to do. Now, having an exotic that basically just waits for you to get part of it to activate when you die is not really the most optimal thing in the world. Now, getting Rift Energy when you're critically wounded, that happens to all of us all the time. Basically, critically wounded means your shield has been taken off and you're just down to the health at this point. So getting Rift Energy when that happens, that's not bad. That actually could be a decent viable perk if you are going with a Rift build. It's fine. But half of the exotic being waiting on your death, again, I don't love that. So this is an energy roll, 48 stats, and definitely dealing with your rifts upon death a little bit as well. Finally, for the Titans, also kind of lackluster this week. This is the Ashen Wake. 48 points as well, a little favored on recovery and discipline for your stats there. Bring the heat. Fusion grenades now explode on impact and gain increased throw speed. So you can throw them faster, and when they get there, they explode. That's basically it. You don't get an extra grenade, which I kind of wish you did, since this is related to a pretty lowly used grenade. And that's all they do. So if you like grenades that explode on impact and you like to throw them faster, and you love fusion grenades, this is yours. Unfortunately for the Titans, again, this is another one that I feel needs buffed. So if you've got shards to spare, I have a ton, but if you're new, maybe some of these may not be the best ones. If you have the shards to spare and you can add them to your collection, maybe get them. It's up to you, honestly, on some of these. Probably the best of the three, and this is a pretty low bar, might be the Stag, just because the Rift energy when you're critically wounded is something you'll get use out of. If you like fusion grenades, then, hey, they go faster and they explode. If you like sidearms and you're a hunter, this is for you. But all in all, I would probably at least pick up Jade Rapid, mess around with it. You're going to be getting this one in, I think the Catalyst comes from Crucible, so you'll be doing some scout rifle shots in there. Biggest thing, Faded Engram, it is 97 shards, but if for some reason you don't have one of these, buy it here first, because you don't want to buy the Faded Engram, get an Ashen Wake, and it costs you 4 times as much. So make sure you buy the Faded Engram after you make sure you have all 4 of these that he is selling as well. But that is Xur for this week. It is October 11th. The podcast is going to be tonight. So if you are watching this, tune in to twitch.tv/Ebontis tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. That would be 4 p.m. Pacific. So anytime around the world, you can translate from there. And we'll have Scarrow9, also another YouTuber on, great dude, and of course my co-host Lord Cognito on. So the last word will be tonight, 7 p.m. on October 11th, special time for our guests, so tune in there. Other than that, you guys can find me on Twitch and Twitter. It's Ebontis on both of those. Right here on YouTube, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. We're close to 40K. We'd love to push over that one as soon as we can. And thank you also for the support. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment if you got questions, or just want to say hello. I always like saying hello back. So have a good one. I'll see you all soon. Enjoy your weekend.